Now that we have our text in place, we're ready to start creating some paragraph styles to help us format the text in our menu design. In this tutorial, we're going to create 3 paragraph styles, one for the food category, one for the food item, and lastly, one for the item description. To get started, we're going to click on the Paragraph Styles panel, and holding down the Alt or Option key on our keyboard, click on the Create New Style button at the bottom of the panel. This launches the New Paragraph Style dialog box. In the General tab, we're going to go ahead and give this style a name of Food Category. In the Basic Character Formats tab, we're going to change the font family to Chunk 5. We're going to leave the font style as regular and change the size to 27 point. Lastly, we're going to change the case from normal to all caps. In the Indents and Space tab, we're going to change the alignment from left to center, and additionally we're going to apply some space after. In the space after field, type in the value of 0.1875 inches. Moving now to the Character Color tab, we're going to scroll to the bottom and choose the Restaurant Red swatch, making sure that this applies to the fill for our character color. Next, we're going to click OK to save the style. We now see that food category is one of the styles listed in our Paragraph Styles panel. To apply this style, we're going to zoom in just a little bit and apply this style to each of the 3 food category headings. Selecting the word sandwiches, I'm going to click on the food category style to apply it. Because paragraph styles apply to whole paragraphs, you can click anywhere within the paragraph and click the style to apply it, and it will apply to all the characters in that paragraph. Lastly, we're going to apply this to the 3rd category of desserts. Now I'm going to use my selection tool to click out of my text box and unselect it so that as we make our next styles, we don't inadvertently apply them as we're creating them. Next, we're going to move on to the food item style. So again, just like in the last step, we're going to hold down the Alt Option key and click on the New Style button at the bottom of the panel. We're going to give this style a name of Food Item. In the Basic Character Formats, we're going to change the font family to Arial. If you don't have Arial installed on your computer, any other sans serif font with bold and italic weights will be an acceptable substitution. For the font style, we're going to choose bold. For the size, we're going to change this value to 17 point. This updates the leading to 20.4 that we're going to keep. We're going to keep all other default values in this tab. Clicking in the Tabs tab, we're going to set up a right justified tab. We see here at the top that we have left justified, center justified, right justified, and align to decimal. If this is not already selected, click on it to select it. And then in the space above the ruler here, we're going to click to add that tab to this tab ruler. For the X value, we're going to select the value that's here and type in 3.85 inches. Here we're going to click OK to save and close the style. Don't worry about applying the style just yet. We're going to do that in a future step. Lastly, we're going to create the final paragraph style for the item descriptions. As we've done before, hold down the Alt or Option key on your keyboard and click the Create New Style button. We're going to name this style Item Description. In the Basic Character Formats, we're going to change the font family to Arial and the font style to Narrow Italic. We're going to keep the size at 12 point and leave all other default values here in this tab. In the Indents and Spacing tab, we're additionally going to we're going to keep the alignment where it is, but we're still going to add some space after using the value of 0.1875. Additionally, we're going to use a fun feature of paragraph rules. So in the Paragraph Rules tab, we're going to click the drop-down and choose Rule Below. Then we're going to click on the checkbox for Rule On to make sure that we turn the rule on in our paragraphs. We're going to change the weight of this rule, which is basically a line. So these are stroke attributes that we can apply to it. We're going to change this to 2 point. And we're going to change the type from solid to dotted. Additionally, we're going to apply a little bit of offset. This offsets the rule or the line a little bit from the text that it's applied to. So here in the offset field, type in the value of 0.125. Click OK to save and close the style. Now we see that we have 3 paragraph styles created for our food category, food item, and item description. Don't worry about applying these styles just yet. We'll do that in a future step.